You know what? I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, right? All these so-called conscious people out there that sit there and talk about all the conscious people as if they got all the answers, then why you ain't doing nothing about what's going on? If you had answers, you need to do the actions. Like, come on, man. I'm tired of hearing about, oh, you ain't conscious because you believe this, or you ain't conscious because you ain't read this person. At the end of the day, my dude, if you're conscious and you still got to tell people why they're still asleep, then you ain't conscious. You're not conscious. Because you already know if somebody's sleeping, you can't wake them up unless they ready to be woken. Like, at the end of the day, people going to be in the matrix because they still hooked to the machine. You ain't going to just snatch the cord out and expect the person not to run back to what they know most. Like, at the end of the day, you need to be trying to enlighten people instead of trying to tear people down. You got enough people doing that. You got people killing young black men left and right, and y'all ain't doing nothing about that. You're not trying to school none of these young black dudes. Yeah, matter of fact, half of y'all talk about y'all gave up on the black youth. Like, so you shouldn't even be screaming nothing when these young black dudes get killed. Like, y'all kill me with that. Y'all kill me with that. At the end of the day, you ain't conscious, man. You're not. Stop claiming that. Because if you was conscious of yourself, you'd be conscious of how you connect to other people. If you was conscious of how you connect to other people, you would know how important it is to save our youth. And if you ain't trying to do that, if you ain't with some type of movement, if you ain't trying to move forward into the future and try to save people, like little Mike Brown, 17 years old, about to start college in a few weeks, and this kid got gunned down for nothing. Nothing. Some of y'all claiming, oh, I know the law. Then why you ain't teaching it to these young black kids so they know law when they get approached by police? Come on, man. Where y'all at litigating for these kids, man? To see this police officer behind bars. Where y'all at to see the people who killed the brother in Staten Island brought to justice? Nothing. Nothing. Because y'all ain't conscious. You ain't conscious. Matter of fact, you're more asleep than the ones that are walking around talking about, oh, well, maybe he was a gang member. Maybe he... Y'all stupid, man. You're so dumb. You're dense. Y'all want to throw out there, oh, he a Christian, so he must be a slave still. Oh, he this, he that. Oh, he Muslim. You must be a slave still. Muslims killed people in the past. Dumbass, America's killing you right now. You ain't saying nothing to them. Let me hear you approach America like that. Let me hear you talk to white people like that. You want to make this always a black thing. Oh, black people, you black people this, black people that. Y'all quick to jump on the bandwagon and try to down your own people. Y'all sound dumb. At the end of the day, that stuff's starting to piss me off, man. Because I'm walking around here now and I'm feeling some type of way because I'm a 25-year-old black man with a record. And I feel like police would kill me at a heartbeat. Because I'm militant and I got a record. You understand that? I'm militant with a record. I don't mind standing up and telling motherfuckers they wrong. I don't mind talking to police the way they talk to me. I don't mind telling the police, yes, I do know the law and you are violating my rights. Okay, when I was in prison, I done started 2 riots. And I got the scars to prove it. But that's way besides the point. My point is, I was a rebel then and I ain't going to stop being a rebel now. I wasn't afraid to get killed in jail and I'm not going to be afraid to get killed in these streets. If you're really about that life, if you're really conscious, stop acting like a little punk. Word, that's the problem, man. All our black leaders ran scared. When they killed Malcolm, when they killed Martin, when they framed Marcus Garvey, y'all ran scared. All of y'all, cowards. Cowards. Jesse, freaking this bozo, fucking Al Sharpton, all y'all some birds, man. Y'all birds. And y'all dumbasses looking at these niggas like they are saviors. Y'all stupid, man. Fuck a civil suit. The fuck does money mean to the motherfucker who lost his life? That kid don't never see a dime from that. A dime from that. And then the people who get that money, this would kill me with y'all. Y'all want to scream that stuff until y'all get that money, but then y'all get that money and y'all don't start no movements to help other people's families who've been victimized by police but were denied the same access to the things that you got. Or how about this? Why aren't you starting programs to keep these youth off the street? Why aren't you starting programs to try to keep the police out of your neighborhoods? The Black Panthers was the greatest invention that we had in the last 35 years. In the last 35 years. But guess what? When they killed them, y'all became scared again. Again. Bloods and Crips came along, and in the beginning it was about something. But now look at us. We're killing each other. The purpose was to police and to maintain our own communities without infiltration of the police officers who were only put there because a police officer's original job was to bring back the master's property when a slave ran away. They were there to bring you back to your master. They never cared about you. So now the police department, their job has expanded, They become industrialized. They made it a whole nother thing about it. Now they're there to protect a different type of property. You're still a slave, but they don't need to protect you. They just need to make sure they protect the white people from you. Understand what's going on right now. They still think you're property. They don't care about your life. Okay? Let a man go kill a dog right now. I guarantee you that man is going to jail. Going to jail. Matter of fact, let a cop starve a dog to death. Let a cop starve a dog to death. I guarantee you he'll be in jail by next month. I guarantee it. Let a cop even think about killing his dog for no reason. They will have him in jail next month. But how is it that when he kills a black man, nobody does a damn thing? There needs to be an investigation. Fuck that. You go to Russia right now and you look at the case that they got right now against a man who accidentally shot a civilian, and they executed this dude. They executed him for accidentally killing a civilian. But this man went and shot a young black man on purpose, and we need an investigation. For what? What are we investigating? What are we really investigating? Because if we're really investigating something, they would be investigating why it is that we're profiled amongst other races who aren't profiled. Like my boy said in his rhymes, I think it was Mos Def said, they got 2 columns for people, 2 columns for who is and who ain't niggas. Yeah, everything from your zip code, area code, and SSI digits. He ain't lying. Everything they do in America is on purpose. Understand where you at right now. Y'all so delusional to think that these people care about you. Understand where you at. We're in the greatest country in the world. Fuck out of here, my man. Cuba might be the greatest country in the world. Seeing as how they got free healthcare, free education, everybody got the same equal living standards. Y'all don't understand. Y'all under such a disillusion to think that y'all got something better than other people because y'all can go out and be just as greedy as you want. That somehow that equates to something. At the end of the day, you're doing nothing but destroying the earth. My man, it's a reason why we were never meant to use machines for half the work we do. It's a reason why we were never meant to create half the stuff we create. And at the end of the day, it's not for your benefit. Nothing we've created that's come from a black mind, because the majority of the inventions came from a black mind, then were reverse engineered by white people and made to a different product. Nothing that has come from the black mind has really been for the advancement of black people. It has always been for the advancement of white people. Matter of fact, the greatest invention we've had in the last 100 years that has benefited black people was peanut butter. Because goddamn if they don't give that to black people in a heartbeat when they feel like they starving. And you can say I'm lying, you can say I'm crazy, you can say I'm dumb, I don't know what I'm talking about. But you know at the end of the day, some conscious person is going to see this video and they be like, damn young man, you on to something. You about right with that. I know I'm right. Because at the end of the day, y'all some cowards, man. Y'all some straight cowards. Y'all sit here and bash each other, bash each other, bash each other. But I don't see none of y'all trying to get out here and start no movements. Fuck protesting. Fuck protesting. Our ancestors did it. They got killed. Fuck protesting. What did that do? Get a picket sign. Put it up in the air. We want justice. We want justice. Meanwhile, they sitting back there and the deed's already fucking done. Picket signs ain't gonna bring Mike Brown back to life. We need justice. Fuck picket signs. We need to start demanding some things. This is what irritates me with y'all, man. I swear to God, I wish... Oh, man. You know what's crazy about it, though? This was really crazy about it. Because I'm the type of person... I'm going to start my movement. Y'all better watch me, because keep this face in mind, B. Because I ain't going to let Malcolm X die like that. Because I believe the brother was on to something when he said what he said. I am, first and foremost, a black man. Irregardless of what religion, irregardless of where I go, irregardless of what I do in my life, I am first and foremost a black man, and I'm a conscious black man, and I refuse to bow down to any structure that disrespects and tells me that my life means nothing, will disrespect my women, will disrespect my mother, my sister, my brothers, my elders, my little ones. I will never, ever, ever, ever bow down to something like that, and you cowards have already done it by bashing each other. You've already bowed down and submitted yourself to a system that seeks to enslave you, and you're slaves. And at the end of the day, you can say what you want. You can say what you want, but it ain't gonna change reality. That's why I can't stand protests. Say what you want, it ain't changing reality. It ain't bringing that kid back, man. Y'all need to start doing something. The brother David Banner got on CNN, and the brother was talking real talk. And y'all, and I posted on Facebook. First thing a black dude gonna say is, "What does David Banner got on?" What do you mean? What does he got on? Who cares? He can have on. He can be butt naked. The brother's speaking the truth. What's wrong with y'all? Come on, man. You got this black preacher in here on Facebook talking about black people is crazy and white people is the saviors and all this crazy shit. Listen, what the hell is wrong with you people? Wake up. Don't be so disillusioned to this world that you don't see where you're heading. Like, at the end of the day, I study everything. Everything. From Buddhism, Hinduism, Taoism, Taoism, Jainism, Catholicism, Zoroastrianism. What you want to name an ism, I've studied it. Y'all want to sit here and talk about Christianity enslaved people. Every single religion in the world was used to enslave people. Okay? Every one of them. But righteous teachings is righteous teachings. And if you don't understand what the Bible or the Quran or the Bhagavad Gita or the Zohar, whatever book you want to pull, if you don't understand the spiritual concepts and principles that it's teaching you, then you're overlooking the fact that you're still looking at it through the eyes of a slave. You're looking at your own information through the eyes of a slave. Because you were taught with the mentality of a slave to look at things as a slave, submissively. You don't think when you look at your information. You're looking at yourself in the mirror and then you're telling yourself that you're nothing. How is it that you can look at a Bible as something that was written way before 6,000 years ago? Because a lot of that came from the Sumerian tablets for anybody who really know their history. Yeah, let's talk about it. Noah, the story of Samson, which was mixed in with that of the epics of Gilgamesh. Yeah, let's talk about some of this stuff. You don't even know your history. Have y'all want to sit here and talk that stuff? You don't know your history. You don't. Our history goes back millions of years, not 6,000. And don't give me that crap about everything tying back to Egypt. Because just like there were great Egyptian civilizations, there were some in Mali and in Ghana and on this side of the world in South America with the Olmecs, which were older than 6,000 years. Come on, man. And in China, because black people were the first Chinese people. Read your history. Japan was started by Tamaru Maru, who was a black man. Come on, man. Learn your history, man. Come on. Even if you look at the Arians. Arians was started by a black man. He was a black bishop. Bishop Arian was a black man. Y'all don't even know your history. I couldn't even lead you and guide you into no history because the first thing y'all gonna say is, oh, what is your belief? What do you think is this? Let me see your information. Let me see your facts. Bitch, fuck your facts. I'm spitting facts right now. If you can't understand the truth, then you're still looking through blind eyes, my dude. Facts don't need to be proven. Facts take care of themselves. Truth is truth. Universal. Understand this. Y'all sad, man. Y'all sad. Y'all letting our people die, man. Mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, and physically. Letting us die. And all y'all can do is sit back and argue with each other. Y'all sitting here arguing about whose doctrine is right. Oh, you go to church, you a slave. Oh, you do this, you a slave. Bitch, where was y'all at when Martin Luther King was marching? Most of y'all old heads be screaming that shit, but I ain't see y'all out there with no picket signs. Martin Luther King may have been a Baptist preacher, but at least he was out there doing something. Malcolm X may have been a Muslim, but at least he was out there doing something. I don't see y'all doing nothing. Nothing but talking and arguing and talking dumb shit that doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, a lot of our information in history, if you can't read the original language, you're not going to understand it. So at the end of the day, you're going off of anything that a white person has said because all the translations you're going to use are from white people. Unless you literally go back and learn that language for yourself, you're trusting translations from white people. You're speaking a white language. You're speaking English. It's a white man's tongue. You were taught this language. They purposely made up The English language. You want to speak real English, go to England. That's where they speak English. And if you know anything about Willie Lynch, he said we must confuse the language of the land so that they may think that ours is theirs and ours and mine means us. Do you understand the concept? So everything you're saying in this bastard tongue doesn't make sense to you because it is a foreign tongue. It doesn't make sense to anyone. That's why English is the hardest language to learn. It's a bunch of fucking bastard tongues put into one. Come on, man. Why is it you look in the dictionary, half the words you use is either from Germany or fucking Latin? Learn your history. Read. Dig deeper. At the end of the day, y'all sound like fools to me, man. I mean, it's just getting real. Y'all ain't paying attention to the media, how they destroy our image. Y'all ain't paying attention to the movies like The Purge, where motherfuckers is getting the idea of having a night where they can just kill anybody, and you don't see the fact that FEMA has camps now, and they got over billions of fucking tubs that are 6-7 feet long that are made for fucking bodies. You don't see that FEMA has prison camps? Who do you think that reminds you of? Adolf Hitler, you dumbasses. Adolf had camps. And before that, like the brother Umar Johnson said, before he went off and started killing the Jews, he had a smear campaign, and he made the people so desensitized about who the Jews were that by the time he started killing the Jews, nobody cared. Nobody cared. Because he had already started a smear campaign to lower the sensitivity towards these people. What has America done to us over the last 400 years? They have created, for all intents and purposes, an entire characterization of black people in general. In general. It don't even matter where you from, my dude. Fuck your accent. Fuck the fact you from Africa. Fuck the fact you from Europe. My nigga, if you walk in and you black, police profiled you already. They don't even need to stop you. All they gotta do is see that you're black and nigga, you could be Spanish. Straight from Dominican Republic. If you look black, you've been labeled, bruh. Wake the fuck up. You are not in Candyland. These niggas is ready to do some shit to us. Black people, they ready to do some shit to us. My people. And y'all ain't doing nothing to prepare for it but sit there and argue. And by the time y'all fucking realize that these niggas do not care about your fucking lives and they are ready to kill you, they are ready to purge you. Because that's what they're setting us up for, genocide. You think Ebola is an accident, my dude? A fucking accident, my ass. You think AIDS is an accident? Purposely killing off the majority of the black communities? Affecting just the black communities when we have the best immune systems in the world? We have the most dominant genes in the world, and you mean to tell me we are now creating the most diseases in the world? That shit don't add up. Black people's genetics are being used and tested so that they can create vaccines for white people. They study our genetics so that they can find cures for themselves. Understand that. They need our genes. They took the sister's cells when she had cancer and she died. And they found 30-something cures for 30-something different diseases through her blood. One woman. And they kept cultivating her cells because they were just giving them so many vaccines. But yet and still we're producing all these little diseases. My dude, wake the fuck up. Where are you at right now? Where are you at? Fuck Beyonce and Jay-Z and that nappy ass kid. Who cares? Before you came here, you had nappy hair, you dumbass. Where do you think real dreads came from? They came from your hair locking on itself. Your hair would twist and it would lock to itself like a vine. We don't have dead hair. We don't have dead horse hair like these fucking Europeans. That needed that. They needed that to protect them from the cold. We did not need that. Understand this. Stop letting them tell you who you are, man. You letting your enemy tell you who you are. At the end of the day, I don't identify myself through the eyes of my captor. I go to church only because I understand the value of the spiritual teachings that Yeshua had left behind. But I am quick to tell a Christian in a heartbeat I'm not a Christian. Okay? Christians were labeled Christians by the Greeks as an insult. Christos was a conquering general who conquered part of the people of the way and was killing them off. And they labeled them Christians as a way of disrespecting them, and they're dead. Okay, at the end of the day, if you didn't carry the symbol of the fish, they wouldn't even have known you followed Yeshua. I'm not going to ignore his spiritual teachings just because white people have come along, distorted a lot of the information in there, rewritten it, and said, hey, niggas, this is what we're going to use to enslave you. It's the oldest fucking trick in the book. Because every single culture has done it to us. Buddha was black. The original gods of the Hindu religion were black people. Wake the fuck up. Wake up. The gods of the Greeks were black. All of them black. The Romans worship black gods. They still got a black Madonna and child underneath the Vatican. Wake the fuck up. That's your information. That's your history. Stop giving up whatever is yours and giving it to them and allowing them to re-enslave you through it. Come on. Come on. At the end of the day, y'all sound like fools to me. You sound like a fool because you want to follow it. My dude, at the end of the day, if you know what you're talking about and you're so smart, then why the fuck aren't you teaching this shit to the youth? This is really, you don't understand, it's aggravating to hear black people always talking about how smart they are, how conscious they are. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you now, Hidden Colors is one of the most ingenious things I've ever seen. Yo, all props to Tariq Nasheed. You're a fucking genius, brother. I respect you to the fullest. I paid for my Hidden Colors. You know why I paid for it? Because you have to support something in order to have something. But y'all don't understand that concept because y'all don't support nothing that's black, but y'all want to cry that black power shit all day. Y'all don't support no black structures. That's why we don't have black structures, because we tear them down. I am a black structure. I am a black movement within myself. And I have black people who constantly try to tear me down. I could be the next Malcolm, but guess what? I can't go anywhere with my people standing in my way. Who am I helping if you're the one standing in my way? I'm helping myself. I can help myself by minding my fucking business. By continuing to learn and have my offspring and teach my offspring the right way. I can help myself that way. But how can I help my people if my people don't know how to get out their fucking way? Y'all so blind, man. I don't understand this. And it amazes me that a lot of you older people who remember when the movements was going on, y'all the first ones to talk about the youth, but guess what? Y'all dropped the ball back in your day. As soon as they started killing all our political leaders, y'all ran like cowards, and then y'all expect us to turn out and be something. Oh, you supposed to be, Huey P. Newton. You supposed to be Malcolm. You supposed to be Denmark Vesey. You supposed to be Toussaint Louverture. Y'all supposed to be all these people. But y'all ain't got nobody to look up to that's already like that in this generation, because all these cowards done ran for the hills. Why you think, I swear to God, this is why I respect Tariq. Yo, why you think he ain't used nobody like Al Sharpton in his movies? Because he's a fucking coward. Why you think he ain't go to Jesse Jackson? Ain't because they got issues. Everybody got problems and issues. Everybody. But these fucking cowards are so cowardly, they probably would sit there and try to do the reverse. They probably convince you, no, you have to go about this the right way, people. You have to go the political route for a system that was politically made up to treat you like shit. The political system was created to treat you like shit, but yeah, you're going to trust the same system that was made to enslave you, to free you from slavery, when they already claimed during the Emancipation. You know what Emancipation Proclamation means? Emancipation means you are let go or unbonded. Unbonded, let's use that word. Emancipated, unbonded. Proclamation. I'm proclaiming it. I'm saying it. I didn't write it into law. I didn't make it the law of the land, because you're not technically free from slavery. The Emancipation Proclamation never freed the slaves. What it did was it justified the way that they put slaves into slavery. You can no longer enslave a free man unless he commits a crime against the overall majority of the society, which is breaking the law. If I offend the overall majority, I'm now an offender. If I'm an offender, it depends on whether it was a major or misdemeanor crime. Now I put you into a system which is called slavery. Oh no, we have a new name for it. Even though the original Wall Street was used to trade slaves, which they do still have that because they trade the numbers that they give you inmates when you go to prison. Research it. They have a market where one of our #1 money makers is the prison industry. because it can justify slave wages. So you have people who participate in the slave wage industry, such as Corecraft, which is owned by Bob Barker, the man that everybody so loved on The Price is Right. You have people like Michael Jordan who have built prisons, who is people who claim they just love the Jordans. Oh, you got the new 23s? Yeah, but the 23s, they taking that money and they building prisons. Oh, but then you have American Airlines who use slave labor in prisons to man their phones during customer service. Department of Motor Vehicles in New York does the same thing. They have inmates telling you how to register your vehicles in New York State, making millions off of them, but paying them 45 cents an hour. Slave wages. Justifying a system of slavery through emancipating those who are in bondage, who originally were free. Now we're going to set up laws that are almost impossible not to break, especially in the black community where the heaviest police presence is, to monitor and micromanage a people who we don't fear. We don't fear you. What do they really fear? The only thing they fear is if you wake up. That's what they fear. You notice that, right? They don't fear that you got guns. They got guns. They don't fear if you can fight or not. I'm pretty sure a lot of them probably went and studied jiu-jitsu and learned to box and a lot of other that shit. They fear your mind. So I'm going to lock you into a place where you don't even learn to think, because half the time you're so stunned by the time you get into the educational system, you're so stunned by your environment. Before you get in the educational system, I stunt your environment. I limit your growth. See, the point of making a man a slave was to keep him mentally weak but physically strong. See, a lot of black men are still physically strong and still mentally weak. So the whole point of the educational system was to justify the fact that you're mentally weak and you're physically strong. So I'm going to put a gun in your hand and show you how strong you are, but you're mentally weak, so you're going to follow after any idea that makes you think that you can get ahead, so that you will force to break the law, so that I can justifiably put you into a system that makes you a slave again. Now that you're a slave again, you're not going to think about the fact that you're a slave again. You're just going to do as I tell you, because you're mentally weak and physically strong as you were in slavery. So now that you're back in slavery, I'm giving you slave wages to do jobs to keep me fat. And you know what? I just thought about something. You have kids. Well, I don't want to kill off your kids right now because they're potential slaves as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to empower the black woman. We're going to give her a job. We're going to give black women jobs before we'll give them to black men who are educated. Matter of fact, a black person, period, with a master's degree, or no, let's take it back, excuse me, a bachelor's degree is likely to get a job as a white person with a high school diploma. So a black man with a high school diploma, guess what, buddy? You ain't got a shit chance in this world of making a good, decent living unless you go into a trade. So where were we? Oh, excuse me. Oh, empowering your black women. Yeah, we're going to empower the black women. What was that thing that Willie Lynch said? In order to control the slaves, you must do it through the woman. Everything must be done through the female. All negotiations with the slaves must be done through the woman. But the key is the woman. So now the woman's forced to raise these kids by herself, 3, 4, 5 kids. Now we have the welfare system that was not created for blacks. Do not get it twisted. Welfare was created for white immigrants who were going to prison. It was created for white people, but we'll give it to these black women. We'll give it to these black mothers. Even though we know they're cheating the system and they're on Section 8 and they're getting, DSS, and they're also working on the side and they don't report their jobs to us. We know that they have 4 or 5 kids. We pay for their daycare. We give them food stamps. And guess what? The fuck do they need the man for? We've taken care of everything that a man is supposed to do in his family structure. So by the time he comes home from jail, you are absolutely useless. Because you're still mentally weak, because I put you into an environment where it's focused into you being around a bunch of people who I've labeled criminals, because not all people in prison are criminals. Let me tell you firsthand, when I did 5 years, you count that, 5 years, I'm 25, I came home when I was 23. Do the math. 5 years I was in jail. I learned more in jail than I ever did in school because I was around some conscious people who were in there for life. Who knew what the fuck they was talking about. Brothers that was sharp. I'm talking about people who knew how to fix a radio with nothing but a fucking lighter and a fucking pair of fucking nail clippers. Are you kidding me? Potential engineers rotting in prison, and most of them were framed. And I know everybody say they didn't do it. That ain't true. That ain't true, because a lot of them were framed. And a lot of them have proof that they were framed, but guess what? They keep on putting off their case. Oh, we can't justifiably go back and give you a retrial because this. Or the victim's family is protesting your retrial. Meanwhile, the victim's family is fucking dead by now. Because this motherfucker done been in jail for 40 fucking years. Come on, man. Wake the fuck up. Wake up. Now you come home, you're still mentally weak, you don't have an education that can sustain you, because even in prison they force you to get a GED, but some of y'all play dumb throughout all the fucking school, so you don't even want to get your education, so you go in there and you play dumb and you fail everything, so you don't have to move forward in life. Come on, man. This is the mental slavery that they got you under, and they got you thinking that it's your people that's the problem. They got you thinking that it's your people that are your enemy. They got you thinking that it's the people who share this colored skin, that is the reason why you can't succeed. And I'm not telling you to run around and blame all white people, because all white people ain't bad. I have white friends. But you know what? You know where the limit ends? You know where it ends? I would never disrespect a black person for a white person. I would never put down a black person in the presence of a white person. Do you know why? Because there are enough people doing that. There are enough TV shows doing it. There are enough magazines doing it. There are enough news articles doing it. There are enough police running around killing black people and justifying it by making us look like fucking scum. So I don't do shit like that. What I do is I respect every human being in every life. But when you disrespect my people, when you tell my people their life has no value, that bothers me. That eats me up. That burns me up. You know why? Because I still believe that my people are the greatest thing walking this earth. Because everything from Lucy, whatever they want to call her, on down to us, everything started with the black man and woman. Do not get it twisted. And the black woman doesn't belong behind you, black men. She belongs next to you. I'm single for a reason. Because I haven't found a woman worthy of standing next to me. And when I do, I will remind her every chance I get, you belong next to me. My mentors keep their women next to them. She is their other half, their backbone. There's no disqualifying what she has to say because she has something to say. I can't blame you for all the indoctrination that you have received, but I can blame you when you hear the calling and you still don't respond to the awakening of consciousness. And even if you have become semi-conscious of who you are as a black man and where you have come from, your consciousness doesn't lie in the fact that you know something. Your consciousness lies in the fact that you take what you know and you apply it to real life situations. The proof of a man who is conscious is not what his words say, but what his actions do. It is not what his content of his character, but the destiny of his character. Because let me repeat that. It's not the content of your character, but the destiny of your character. Because a lot of you have good characters, but you don't do shit with it. Where is your destiny? Where is your character leading you to? I aspire to be a black scholar. I want to teach black history. Do you want to know why? Because if I don't, I feel like there won't be people to do it. Where are our black scholars? Why are we all basketball players, rappers, and football players? Why are we all in the street hustling? Why are we all gotta be a gangster? Why? And that's not everybody. We are less than 15% of of the United States population. So all of us can't be gangsters, thugs, drug dealers, criminals, and all that other shit. Yeah, we make up almost 85% of the fucking prison system. Do the math. Ain't no way in the world all 15% of us is on welfare. Ain't no way in the world. No way in the world that all of us are on welfare. Ain't no way in the world we're all prisoners in the physical prison system I'm talking about. 'Cause we're prisoners in America. Believe it or not. And you don't believe you're a prisoner in America? Just think about Tulsa, Oklahoma. You don't know about Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street? Research it. You don't know what happened in Philly? Research it. You don't know what they did to Marcus